That's why we got to walk in humility. Because guess what? The same God the Lord gives, and the Lord what? He taketh away. Why is that? Because when you got a stronghold over God, you cannot treat everybody any kind of way. I know I'm preaching to somebody. The Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trusteth in him. But here we go, and I'm getting ready to close and go home. He says, but with an overrunning flood, he will make an utter end. Deacon Jones said it earlier, out of all the stuff that is happening, you've never heard, you have yet to hear, nobody has consulted the Lord. Nobody has got on there and said, but let's talk to the Lord. Nobody has got on even Sean Rabb, and don't get me wrong, I trust God, I love everybody, and I know he might lose his job, but sometimes you got to stand on faith. I think it was my wife, if somebody asked me, so you gonna go to church and know nobody else? Yes, I will. Because I can't preach faith that don't have faith. I don't care if somebody said, they say, I can't go by what they say. I got to go by what he said. If you're going to let him order your steps, if you're going to let him direct your path, if he said go, then I have to go. If he said stay, then you have to stay. He will have a personal conversation with you. And guess what? When he ain't saying nothing to me, guess what? Then you're not in the right relationship with God. Because God talks all the time. He talks even when you don't want him to talk. He tells you what he wants you to do. The problem is your relationship really where you think it is. Because if you're listening to God, he told you. The problem is he tells you some stuff you just didn't want to hear, and you act as if God did not tell you, but he's talking to you. But the problem is the Lord is good, and he's so good you still act like you can't hear when he's talking. But baby, one day you're going to wake up and wish that you listened to the voice of God.
Tell the truth.
He said, but with an overrunning flood. Y'all didn't hear it. Y'all didn't catch it. That's all right. You got to be in the spiritual imagination right now. Y'all, let me tell you something. In the New Testament, the word is real. Not only is it real, what is happening and what is said in the word, it shall happen. And in fact, it's not only shall happen, it's already happening. If you read the book of Revelation, everything that's going on right now, it's already happening in the word. All it's doing is revealing itself, and it's coming to pass. Now watch it. It said, but with an overrunning flood. How many days has it rained? I ain't got no help right there. It said it's going to continue to rain because it's going to flood. And when it floods, it said the Lord will make an utter to the end of the place thereof, and darkness shall pursue his enemies. I'm getting ready to close my book right there. Not only is the Lord good, but he's so good that the enemy is going to keep on messing up, and they're going to keep on thinking that they're doing something. That's why he said there's nobody that can touch the handprint of God. I'm in fear. God does not give us a spirit of fear. Stop telling me I'm in fear of other people and what they gonna do. I want to go to church, but I fear that somebody gonna give me the virus. Baby, I can't have a spirit of fear because the Lord, when he created me, he did not put fear in me. So whatever fear is in you, that's not of God. That means you got a demon in you that need to be cast out like any other devil, because God said, I did not give you the spirit of fear, but he said, what I did give you is a power, love, and a sound mind. And what God is saying, I'm going to put some, is there anybody here that got some enemies that you need to put up underneath your foot? Somebody needs to put your enemy up underneath your foot, and somebody needs to step on the devil. So what? They took your job. Baby, this ain't the first job you've ever lost.
All right.
And watch this. And yet God still remains the same. Even though God may take your job, the Lord is good. Even though I don't know how I'm going to pay my car note, the Lord is good. That's all right. I had church by myself. Even though my kids can't go to school. Hold on, wait a minute. Looking for them to go back though. But the Lord still is good. In spite of any situation obstacle that the enemy tries to do, because what we fail to realize that if we are Bible scholars, if we are Christians to the Word of God, that even when this virus came, the virus had to talk to the Father and say, Father, can I go and talk to the people? Y'all forgot to read the Word of God. The Word of God said that before the enemy could do anything, I had to consult my Father. The Father, can I go and talk to the people about this virus? I know they don't think they ain't got no antidote, but you hold this antidote, Father. But when I go talk to them, I just want to know, can I just disturb some folks? And the Father said, go ahead, I want to see what they're going to do. Yeah. So don't get it twisted, y'all. Daddy got the antidote waiting in his hand. Didn't he say, I got the whole world in his hands? And since he got the whole world in his hands, don't you know he got the antidote in his hands? And since he got the antidote in his hands, then he got me and you in his hands. And if he got me and you in his hands, then ain't nothing gonna separate us between the love of God. Woo, thank you, Jesus. Then everything's gonna be all right. It's just a phase we're going through. It's just a midnight experience we're going through. Because I can hear him say, we've been made endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Tell somebody, good night, soldier. One of these days, we're going to have a morning party. But we got to go through midnight. I says, hello, midnight. Midnight. Midnight is 11:59. But watch this. Midnight is 11:59. Y'all know that? Somebody thought that midnight was 11:59:01. No, midnight is 11:59:59. Watch this. Midnight only lasts. No. 0.1 second. So in other words, even though it only lasts 0.1 second, it's really quick. Here's the problem. Our quickness and God's quickness is two different quickness. Right now, y'all, look outside. Even with the 10, it looks like midnight. But when you go outside, we see the light, but we don't know if we went to Korea right now, it's probably midnight. See, when you're on God's hands, you don't know what time level you're on. Because in any country, it could be different. And because we've never been to the king's land, we never know what. See, in Hawaii, the time is different. In California, the time is up. But see, we've never been up yonder. And so since we've never been up yonder, you don't know what the sky is. You don't know what the time is. You don't know what you don't know what it is. And so no man, no woman, no girl, no boy could ever tell you what it looked like. And so we don't know if it's midnight. And every time the world goes around, we don't know. But one thing I know, the Lord is good. Y'all, if we don't know nothing else today, one thing we know, one thing we can depend on, is that the Lord is good. Sister Marcia, for whatever reason, I've been praying for you. I've been really praying for you. Ain't even called you for those reasons. I was just like, look, she don't cook our meals. She don't, girl. I forgot you can't find a grocery store.
Ain't nothing. I've been wanting some ground meat for 2 days.
And I said, I ain't finna get Uber Eats and all them all of my money. I said, I'm gonna call Sister Marcia, she gonna cook. And I was like, wow. Let me tell y'all something. Even in times like this, be creative. But not only be creative, consult God. Do y'all not know this week? I think right now, and some people don't even want to tell you the truth, but about 16 pastors have legally closed their doors. Legally, like said, no, we're just not going to do it. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm just